Mary, we have a crazy one. Has any of you watched the Love is Blind Habibi? Here's the thing. I am very interested in how other people in other countries and other cultures do the whole dating thing, the involvement of the family, the traditions. So when I saw Love is Blind Habibi, I was like, Habibi. I have no idea what that means. You know how we do things here? We narrate, we analyze, we critique, we often judge, and we always try to pretend we know better and would do better. Hopefully. Shafiq is 27 years old and he is a businessman. He's working in the trade and it's a family type of business. I'm already thinking, Shafiq always dated based on looks. But the thing is that with time, he learned that the looks fade away. So he was like, wait, what's going on right here? How can I suddenly hear you? He entered the show because he wants to really get to know a person. He wants to know their soul, their personality, who they are, and fall in love in that way. But the most important thing about Shafiq is that he never judges, okay? Each person has their own story. And we are not here to judge.
Wow, أبهرتني.
So,
his first interaction is Dunya. Dunya is 24 years old and she is a content creator. Honestly, I went and snooped and she has around like 30,000 followers, subscribers. So the girl is doing something. She's half Moroccan and half Saudi, but she was actually born in France. It also seems like she's never been in a relationship. And the reason for that is that she finds it very hard to trust people. She finds it very hard to lean on a man. Her father was never in the picture, so she finds it quite challenging to actually open up. So she figured that Love is Blind Habibi will help her with that. 10 days, focus on 15 different men. How else will you develop trust? Shafiq and Dunya connect immediately. First thing in common, they both speak French. Shafiq was actually born in Africa, in Senegal, and he also lived for a short period in France. So they connect on the French.
oh la la.
The second thing, they are both very adventurous. I mean, Dunya is all about zipline, beaches, horse riding. And I thought this is normal tourist activities, but she also gets bored very easily, so she needs constant change, right? Change in her life. And Shafiq is like, I was traveling since I was 16. So, change is my surname. No, he didn't say that, but Now, all of this is cute and fun. They are connecting. But Dunya has a serious question. What doesn't he like about his own personality? It's giving, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses, but like dating version. Shafiq admits it. He doesn't like to wait on people. Like he is not the most patient type of person.
That's the only thing.
That's a little bit of a problem because Dunya, despite her adventurous nature, she likes to take time, okay? She is slow with her actions. You know what? For Shafiq, this is actually not a problem. For her, he will wait for her for days if it's needed. I guess Shafiq is very quick to grow emotions.
Nice.
But before they separate, they need to address the real important things when it comes to a marriage. What are their values? Shafiq is big on respect. It's kind of a theme amongst a lot of men. It's all about respect. And for Shafiq, it's the same. His future wife needs to respect him and she needs to respect herself. He's also very big on vibes, energy. If the energy isn't there, Dunya is ecstatic because that's exactly how she feels. She is also all about trusting the vibe. And so is 19% of population. We are also unique. And Shafiq and Dunya are vibing. It feels a little bit special, doesn't it? We are each other's first pod and we have so many things in common. It's almost like fate. Maybe they've already found their match. Shafiq also loves Dunya's voice. It sounds so nice. I'm sick. Oh no, it is such a beautiful voice. I can't even imagine how it sounds like when you are healthy. Thank you. Okay, I'm sounding a little bit dramatic. It's not how they talk, but it kind of felt that way from my perspective. But will these two, fate brought us together, lovebirds, continue? Or was it all just a glitch in the universe created by their energies? You see, Shafiq, he has some very interesting and flirtatious connections with other people. The first one being model Noor. And according to Shafiq, they are gonna match because people in the real life, they always think that he is a model, but they don't know. He was just born that way, blessed. Noor likes to go out to dinner, to visit new places, and in general, she likes food. Oui. If you like food, then we will get along. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's the coffee, okay? It's the coffee. He is flirting left and right, and he even wants to break down the wall just to see the beautiful Noor.
Oh la la.
You see I'm handsome.
Shafiq, isn't that your previous pattern? You need to focus on getting to know a little bit more about the person. Noor is a 29-year-old model, and because of her job, she rarely has time for dating. But in general, what she is looking for is a provider. That's how she lives, and that's how she was raised. A man needs to 100% support the woman financially, while the woman is at home taking care of the children or the home and herself. And if a guy doesn't have the same mindset, it's not for her. She's also not about walking dates, coffee dates. The guy needs to put in some effort, okay? He needs to, well in advance, plan to go out to a nice place. And if he is expecting that she's gonna drink water with lemon, well, he is in for a treat because she wants to see a full table of food. You see, Noor, she knows what she wants and she's not gonna back down. So I guess she decided to join this show to forget about the looks and really focus on the finances. There's another thing that Noor firmly believes. Feminists ruined women's life. Don't you just love her? All feminism did is make women work. They support independent women and career women, and that's just not her vibe. Forget about feminism actually fighting for the women to have a choice. For Noor, the problem is that now she looks bad when she wants 100% financial dependency. Feminism. But here's the thing. Are there men who align with Noor's beliefs that a man should be 100% provider? Well, on the other side, some men are making a pact.
The women that needs to rely on men 100%, we're not here for that. Khayi, we agree?
Agreed.
Yes, people, they are standing up. They're putting their hands in a circle and they vow that they will not date women who expect 100% financial dependency on a man. They are just not here for that. Not all men, though. But Mido, yes, he is sticking that hand into the circle because he's also not about that. Mido is 39 years old and he is working in real estate. He is a jokester, okay? He is the type of guy who makes jokes left and right, and a type of guy I would say is hiding his insecurities behind it. But oops, I might go too far. He sees it very clearly. If a person has good looks but bad character, no, that's not for him. He's out. He's confident in himself when it comes to how he looks, but he also knows that he does have the character and the charisma. So that will be the thing that he's gonna rely on. There is a little thing that he kind of hopes, that the girl won't be tall, because that could be a problem. He's just joking. Is he? So when he meets Noor, the model, he seems to be a little bit annoyed from the get-go.
Hi.
What kind of cutesy voice are you doing? Just joking. Are you though? He's asking her about her career. And why is he asking about that? It's very simple. You know, he is used to that models usually don't have the time. They're always very busy, and they don't really focus on family and home. To be honest, to me, it sounded like he wanted to say they don't focus on family and home. He just added the busy part so he doesn't look like a jackass. I would say that Mido is focusing on getting the confirmation that Noor is just one of those.
Beautiful, they're wanted.
No, it's not true.
But he is in for a surprise because by the end of the date, he kind of softens up to Noor. suddenly he really likes her soft voice and he likes her feminine vibe. Not only that, he almost finds her perfect. The only thing that might be a problem is that she is a model, so she's probably tall. He's joking, obviously. Is he? One thing that is a little bit interesting is that how he was one of those, no financial dependency woman. But then Noor is clearly someone who is looking for that. So I don't know if they didn't have a conversation about that. Maybe they were not allowed to, so the show can go on. Or maybe Mido is not so strong in his beliefs. I don't know. He does have another connection though, but we'll get to that. Right now, there is another bachelorette we need to meet. Karma is a 29-year-old company owner. It's so funny how they never actually write what is the business, what is the company. It's just, I'm a business owner. What's the business, darling? She is a very loving type of person. And that kind of energy usually attracts men. And she does attract. The first boy that is kind of swept away by her energy is no other than Shafiq. Yeah, he's connecting left and right. The main thing that they connect on is the love for their families and their non-judgmental characters. You see, when it comes to Karma, she also doesn't want to judge, the same as Shafiq. She rather loves people, very wholesome, very demure, and also very the holy gossiper. The type of people who go to church religiously and also religiously gossip after the ceremony. I'm gonna be honest, the vibe is giving me, oh, you are a part of LGBTQ plus community? I send love to you. Shafiq and Karma actually really like each other and they are excited to meet again. But Karma doesn't know. Oh, Karma does not know that there is another man who is gonna Shafiq with kindness. Seriously. Amar is a 30-year-old dentist and he is from Syria. Now, he considers himself as very classic, put together. When it comes to marriage, well, when you put that ring on it, you should know that your priorities are gonna change. The husband and the family become number one. But when it comes to the personal life of his wife, second place. She should also be beautiful and have a nice body. So when he meets Karma, I would guess that he is being a little bit patient because Karma is a company owner. And, that could be a little bit like, not the right match. But when the line is actually crossed, when he is like, oh, hell no, we are not having that, is when Karma reveals that for her hobby, she likes to dance. She's a belly dancer. People, he killed the mood like that. I'm telling you, unhinged. He's sitting there and he's like, a dancer. I don't like that. But Karma knows how to change the mood. She starts asking him about songs and suddenly they connect on their love for old Oriental vibes. They even start singing together. And Amar is hooked. That's it. He has decided. Karma is the woman for him. You see, no other woman actually had fun with him, sang with him, because apparently other women were just talking. So he appreciated that the two of them connected on just having fun. Somehow he forgot about the dancing part, but you know what? According to Amar, in any case, when Karma puts that ring on, she's gonna let go of dancing, okay? Or maybe I am totally in the wrong and he actually understood that a thing like dancing or not dancing should not be a reason to not connect with someone who is actually a very good person. We'll see. Now, the editing, is the editing. But basically, Amar already decided that Karma is his match. So his mission is simple. He needs to make sure that no other man is gonna tap into that. No, that sounds wrong. That no other man is gonna actually continue dating her. So he can have her for himself, okay? Who gives a fuck if Karma is on the same page? He's gonna make sure that Karma does not have any other connection, okay? He is so sure about her, about the two of them, apparently, about himself. Karma is fucked. Shafiq is not happy about this. He connected with Karma. She is quite a match for him. But here's the thing. They are bros. Amar and Shafiq clicked from the get-go and they kind of became bros, you know? So of course he's gonna put bros before women. I mean, yes, I'm here to find my true match, to actually get married with someone. But oh, come on. This is a guy friend that I just met and we clicked. Well, I need to respect that. I wish I would be joking, but that's literally what happens. Amar asks Shafiq to not engage with Karma anymore. And the next day, when Karma is actually excited to get to know Shafiq more, he's like, I'm sorry, Karma, sweetheart, you are such a wonderful woman, but I cannot do this to my man Amar, okay? I cannot do it, so good luck with everything. And he walks out. And she's like, the fuck?
Really, forgive me. Bye-bye.
Have I said it? She's been screwed. It's actually very, very sad. Well, it is always dangerous when you get the attention of someone who is quite controlling. But look, okay, I might be a little bit unfair because Amar is he's really into Karma. Like, he is the scary type of into Karma.
حتى مسكت الدم بالحماس.
He's the type, from my personal perspective, who love bomb someone because they themselves actually believe that this is it, right? But they don't really know the person. It's all in just their illusion and their head. But before they fully seal the deal, they do have a couple of more conversations. You know, Karma is still not that sure. The first conversation is the famous me time versus husband time. And Karma explains that from her side, she will give her time to her husband and to her family. But then there is also time for her. That's just logic. And this, Amar seems to agree. Now, from where I'm looking, okay, from my sus eyes, it looks like Amar agrees because he doesn't believe that that will actually happen. Like, he's thinking, sure, sweetie, you also have the you time. But if that time never comes because we are so occupied with taking care of me and the family time, then I get what I want by default. So we good. The second topic is kids. And he starts the conversation being a little bit sneaky. You see, he asks her, what would she do if they wouldn't be able to have children in the future? And Karma says that, well, she's not really in a hurry to have kids. But when Karma asks him, so what would he do if they couldn't have kids? Amar is, let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? It's a little bit too much, too deep of a topic. We'll see that in the future. At the end of the day, she is his. He already decided that. So they're gonna do the details later. Again, the vibe is, I'm not gonna waste my energy right now to convince her and blah, blah, blah. But in the future, she's gonna do what I say. But Karma wants answers. You see, if she wouldn't be able to have kids, would he take on a second wife? Amar is not so sure. Like, he doesn't think that he would take a second wife, but he doesn't know. And besides, there are so many medical advances right now, so they could do it in that type of way. Though something tells me that maybe in the future, Amar would be like, it's a God's decision and we cannot use science for this, so I'm gonna take a second wife, okay? Honestly, I wouldn't be so comfortable with him if I was Karma, but, with different people. While Amar is set in stone and he is getting more and more impressed by Karma, she's not so convinced. She feels like their conversations never go too deep. It's all very surface level. But will Amar convince the self-loving Karma that he is the right guy for her? Or will she see through him before he manages to do that? It's time to meet another couple. Mohammed is 36 years old and he is a marketing and brand manager. He presents himself as a heartbreaker who is ready to put a ring on it. Seriously, he says,
let's put a ring on it.
He is very funny. He actually had a relationship before and according to him, it was perfect. But the thing is that he wasn't mature enough. He was too young. He wasn't emotionally available and that's why it ended. But right now he feels that he grew, he matured and he is ready to have a family. And honestly, I kind of feel like that's pretty common. I myself, despite being in a long-term relationship, I didn't actually understand what does it mean having a healthy relationship? What is my role in it? What am I expecting from the other partner until like we broke up and I actually then reached my 30s and then after the 30s. So I think it's not so uncommon that you start realizing things when you hit 30s and later. What do you think about that? Now, he is connecting with Safa. Safa is 37 years old and she is a finance manager. Now, she is getting pressured left and right. When will she have family and kids? And the thing is that most of her life, she was focused on her career and work, and she loves what she does. But at the same time, she also has a little bit of a timeline when she wants to have kids. And it seems like, that timeline is kind of approaching. Right now, she's actually living in Canada, but she's going to move to Dubai in a couple of months. Our girl is proactive. Can you imagine? You're moving to a country, usually you're like, I need to find a job there. Safa is like, I need to find a man before I get there, okay? But here's the thing. With age, her requirements became more and more specific when it comes to, a husband. So it's kind of challenging to find one. She knows what she wants and she knows what she doesn't want. The values she's looking for in a partner are respect, communication, and generosity. In the pods, Muhammad and Safa connect. The vibe is very chill, relaxed, comfortable. Muhammad has a good energy. He knows how to bring the humor. He knows how to make the person comfortable. And all of that is good until he makes a joke about her voice. People, you know what he says? I'm sorry, this might sound weird, but your voice is like, a person on a radio station, but not the host. You sound like the woman who would call in and complain. They both laugh because it is so funny. But Mary, the two of us know what danger lurks when a person is constantly joking by condescending you, okay? By insulting you through the jokes. Now, maybe I am sensitive to my personal experience, but, me don't like it. It just didn't really sit right with me. Overall, though, the vibe seems very good. They're laughing a lot, they're connecting, and it does look like they are pleased with one another. Muhammad is reflecting how classy Safa is, and he never met a person like that, a woman like her. Her femininity is one of a kind. I don't know why, but a part of me felt a little ick about this theme of how men were impressed by women's femininity. And it was actually through the whole show. Now, I don't know if this is a cultural thing. I'm looking from the perspective of an European girly influenced by American culture. It did feel like there is this value put on how feminine a woman is, right? The men were impressed by their femininity, by their softness. And I don't know, I get the whole, women's power is their femininity and so on, but I think it again limits us. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about that. But Safa has another connection. Will Muhammad manage to sweep her away, or will the other guy seal the deal? I don't know why am I talking like this. Now, despite many finding their connections, there is a bachelor that has problems. And people, he is a character. Honestly, from the point of view like TV show and entertainment, he's my favorite. This man is unhinged. As a person, hell no, he is not my favorite. Simo is 34 years old and he is from Morocco. He is like a retailer, contractor or something. It's a family business. So when it comes to Moroccan culture and how Simo sees things is that a woman gets everything from a man. Whatever a woman needs, the man will provide. That's just normal for them. I'm confused. He was also putting that hand into, I'm not gonna 100% support my woman, but I don't know. I think there's some kind of confusion. Simo was single because he was focusing on himself. He was also traveling a lot. And obviously, you can't really build a relationship when one day you're in China, the next day you're in Saudi Arabia, the third day you are, I don't know where. I genuinely hope that putting those two is not problematic, but I'm ignorant. But now he is ready, and he actually loves the man he is today.
Simo, today, I'm in love with him.
He wants to get married. Now, his parents actually got divorced, but despite that, how he sees it, once you get married, a divorce is not an option for him. So he really wants to find someone who will be the right match. But like I mentioned, these dates are annoying him. These women are annoying him.
You have any question?
For example, he gets into a pod and there's a woman on the other side, and who's gonna start the conversation? And he's like, ladies first. And she responds, no, gentlemen first. I'm stubborn. And this man, he's sitting on the couch and he's like, it's not about being stubborn or not being stubborn.
This is education. It's two different things.
So she excuses herself and leaves the pod.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Another date, a lady asks him what is his sign. And he says Capricorn. And I personally choked a little bit because I promise we are not so mean. I think. She kind of laughs and she says, oh, a Capricorn. Oh, Simo, I don't think we're going to get along.
You're into judgments. That's not good.
Hello? Hello?
And they show her still in the pod on the other side. And she's like, hello? Hello? Simo, I can't hear you. Hello? He's gone. Each pod he exits, he's like, what is this? What's up with these women?
What is this? What is this?
But wait, what's that? Is it possible? Is the perfect woman waiting for him? Hajar is 29 years old and she's also a business owner. Everyone is a business owner. What that business is, we don't know. Hajar will not accept anyone who won't be financially supporting her, okay? She is used to a certain kind of standard, a certain kind of lifestyle, and a man needs to match that. Not only match, he needs to surpass that. He needs to earn more, okay? There is no, we work together to build No. A man needs to do that for her.
I'm the one who's being spoiled.
She is expecting 100% financial dependency. That's also the thing why she couldn't find a man so far. So she joined the show because she wants to be a mom in her 20s, okay? She's 29. So the clock is ticking, I guess. Look, people, she knows what she wants. She just needs a man with money and semen. She also knows that people usually see her as difficult and entitled, but that is total opposite. It couldn't be further from the truth. They just need to give her a chance to get to know her better. Will Simo be the one? Will Simo be worthy of Hajar? Or will he get pissed again? First thing in common, they are both Moroccan, and Simo likes that. Second thing, Hajar is into fashion. She's the type of person who walks into the room and people look after her to see what is she wearing. Yes, people, the common thing is the need for attention. Third thing, people, they both have their parents separated, but they had a perfect childhood. Like, it really didn't impact how they grew up.
I had a beautiful childhood.
The fourth thing, people, Simo has a twin brother and Hajar has a twin sister. I mean, would you look at that perfect match?
What is this? What is this?
Simo is exiting the pod with a different type of mood. His energy totally changed. The hope was restored. And here's the thing. When you are in good mood, when that energy is positive, well, it might just spread because Simo meets another potential wife. Jasmine comes from Tunisia. She is 30 years old and she works in HR and is a life coach. Now, her and Simo bond over, again, shared experience of the divorce, parents, and their love for family, or what kind of family they want in the future. There is a moment of Jasmine crying and feeling touched, or Simo making her open about her childhood or something like that. I don't know. So the connection feels a little bit, emotional.
Don't cry. You crying?
شوية دمعت شوية ça va.
Yeah, come on.
And just like that, Simo found his match. He chooses Jasmine. And if she doesn't want him, well, then, he doesn't care. But will Jasmine also choose him? or will Simo F up before she manages to do that? The next bachelorette that we are gonna get to know is Asma. Asma is Egyptian and I think she is full Egyptian. And she is 33 years old. She is a marketing manager and an entrepreneur. Asma is a ball of energy, people. Hello. She is active. That's literally the only thing that came to my mind. She is fun. She is go, go, go. She has this very big energy ball. Okay, I don't know how else to describe it. She lived in 4 different countries and she kind of developed this hustler energy, let's say, right? You need to go, you need to do, you need to be active and all that jazz. She is also into fitness. Workout is her daily routine. So she's also looking for a partner who goes to fitness, who takes care of themselves and, all that good stuff. She joined the show because this would be the first time when someone would get attracted to her based only on her personality. I guess her pretty girl syndrome ain't working. And there is a guy who is not about looks and he is all about personality. Mido is her connection and they get it off. Why does that sound wrong? They click. They are both very energetic, very fun, very humorous. They are just ha 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 ha. Good vibes. Mido is into Asma and she becomes his first choice. I guess Noor the model took a back seat. But here's the thing. Asma is connecting left and right. And by the end of the experiment, she chooses another guy. But before we get into that, she needs to break the news to Mido. Mido already knows, and he is pissed. He does not like it. This bis, you see, this is how it is. Girls, you cannot trust them. You see, the guy that Asma chose kind of broke the news in the men's quarters, and after that, Mido had a date with Asma where she would kind of talk to him about it. He goes into the pod, and he's like, hi. Bye. You see, according to Mido, what is there to talk about? Huh?
That's all right. As long as you feel comfortable with your decision, it's all right. So?
Okay.
Mido is butthurt, okay? Mido is not okay. Mido is, you know what? He is the jolly, fun type of guy until someone rejects him. Until his insecurities are poked at. Then, no fun, no understanding, no joke, just butthurt. I would say that Mido is the type of person who uses humor and good vibes and joking and this and that to cover his insecurities. It's a compensation for how he actually feels about himself. And honestly, as much as I want to be, or as much as I maybe come across as judgmental and, with all my sarcasm and so on, like at the end of the day, I think that is quite common. It's not so unusual that you would, develop some kind of a personality trait that is compensating what you actually should deal with. I don't think he is weird for that or whatever, but it would be good if he would have a chance to actually acknowledge his insecurities and work on those in some way. Because Mido, and we are gonna see it, he is not taking well rejection, okay? And the way he's not taking well rejection shows that he is just pissed at women in general. I mean, the whole situation with Asma, instead of understanding that she just clicked with someone else better, no. He takes it as him being played and basically you cannot trust anyone. 39 years old. And I know we shouldn't judge people, that they should be much mature if they have a certain age because you never know the experience and blah, blah, blah. I get that. But also, this, sometimes we should take into consideration the age, okay? It tells you something. If at 40 years old, you're still acting butthurt because you're rejected, I would reevaluate. So what will Mido do now, feeling displayed and betrayed? Is there anyone who can soothe him, who can bring the love into his heart again? Well, there is still Noor, the model. Will they now connect deeper? We'll talk about it. But before we get into that, we need to check what is happening with other couples, right? What is forming there? Are there any proposals? Are there any reveals we need to talk about? The first is Karma and Ammar. Remember Karma? She loves herself and she likes to dance, while Ammar is someone who is classy and he expects his wife to be all about him and the family, and somehow he got madly in love with Karma. Now, we left her having a little bit of doubts, Is this actually the right choice? And also, she has no one else to compare it with because Ammar made sure of that. So we come to a point where they basically need to take a decision. Are they gonna get engaged and move forward or not? Ammar is sitting on the couch and he asks her, do you want me? Do you want to spend your life with me? Karma, though, is a little bit hesitant and she wants to speak from her heart. She wants to be honest with him. And she expresses that she's feeling like things are going very fast. The connection they developed was really fast and she's kind of doubting, is it real or is it just an initial excitement?
Too fast?
But Ammar, Ammar needs to control this. Look, Karma, don't overthink it, okay? Don't think so far ahead, okay? Always a good advice. What he wants her to do is to tell him if she is good with him. Does she like spending time with him? He just wants to continue this journey with her. He wants her to be his and him to be hers.
Yes or no?
Mary, I'm not sure if this was like a subtle way to agree on some extra screen time. Wink, wink. And Karma is finally comfortable enough to say, yes, of course. They are perfect for each other. It is time for the grand reveal. Oh, the reveal. The reveal goes actually well. They are happy with each other, with how they look. No couples kiss. So they only kiss, like the men kiss the women on the forehead. And I think this has to do with the tradition and cultural expectations. But let me know in the comments below if you know more about it. He proposes with the ring. They're both very happy and they are ready to tackle this journey outside. So will the confident Ammar with strong traditional values marry Karma, who is all about self-love and loves to belly dance? Well, the second couple who needs to make their decision is Safa and Muhammad. As a reminder, Safa is 37-year-old finance manager. Muhammad is 36 years old brand and digital manager or something. And basically, he is the funny type. He is smooth with his words. And Safa is someone who is ready to have a family. Now, I mentioned that Safa was connecting with other people. But the thing is that when it came down to choosing between Muhammad and another guy, the other guy was not so emotionally available. They couldn't really connect deeper. So she chose Muhammad. They meet again, and Muhammad has a question for Safa. Who is Safa? Not who is she now. Who is the child, the young Safa?
Oh, wow.
Safa feels impressed by this question. It is a deep question. And she shares her story, and basically it brings them even closer. Muhammad shares with her that he wants to be her man. He wants to be her protector. He says,
I adore you, girl.
and I lost my appetite. Maybe I'm too, picky, needy, greedy, but I don't know. I just don't like this thing. I adore you, girl. We're not teenagers. There is this attitude of a little bit of a savior complex. So how he is interacting with Safa is very much like, I'm your prince in shining armor.
I want to be your man. I want to protect you. I want to take care of you as well.
The way he constantly talks about how he will protect her, how he will be her man.
I want to protect you. I want to take care of you.
It's giving a little bit much, I want to say, dude, she is an independent woman, okay? You don't need to save her and protect her and blah, blah, blah. But maybe I'm just a little bit too picky with this one. Because overall, it does seem that Safa enjoys this personality. I noticed, like I said before, the feminine thing, also this protector thing is a constant theme. So the man constantly promises of being a protector and so on, and women appreciate that. And I get it, but also I wonder, where is the limit? Where is it about being your partner, I'm standing by you, and when is it this attitude of I'm guiding you, I'm the one who takes over and I'm gonna protect you, and you can just, be dainty feminine next to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, we are different cultures, 100%. But let me know in the comments below, how do you see it, or if you have more understanding of the dynamics. So both Safa and Mohammed are very into each other. And Mohammed actually writes a letter for Safa. It is a very nice letter. That's something that all of them do. At the end of the letter, he asks her, "Will you be mine and for me to be yours? Will you light up my life?" Safa is very touched and she says, yes. It is time for reveal. Is love really blind? I don't think so, because you need to be physically attracted to the other person, but maybe I'm just not evolved enough. They see each other and they're happy with what they see, especially Muhammad.
Look at you.
He is shocked that this kind of beautiful woman has that voice.
You kidding me? يا رمور اخرب بيتك. انا ده الصوت كله طلع من هون. Okay.
Which again, what are we trying to do here, man? He proposes again and tells her again that he is here to protect her.
I'm here to protect you. And I have so much respect for you from day one we spoke. Come here, girls.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't like that. It feels a little bit too trained, to be honest. It's almost like he was watching videos on how, what do women actually want in a man? And then this protector thing came across. Oh, women just want to be safe and secure and this and that. And he's like, that's it. That's the growth that I need. That's how I'll be more mature, understanding that they just want to be protected. But apart from that, to be honest, he does seem in some way from the editing. Of course, we don't know these people. I mean, I can only comment on what I see. But overall, he does seem like a gentleman and genuine. And I think he is not playing Safa at all. I just think, from my personal perspective, if I would meet a guy like Muhammad, I would just feel like he's too much into this protecting, and I would want to kind of understand, okay, but what do you mean by that? How do you see protecting? You do understand that I took care of myself all my life, so I would try to kind of understand that dynamic. What does he actually mean by that? So we have two couples who are happy with who they got, who they connected with. But there is a third couple who's gonna shake the ground a little bit. Remember Asma, the lady who rejected Mido? The fitness-obsessed Asma. She chose Katab. Katab is a 32-year-old architect who also is DJing in the nighttime. Now, I didn't really talk about Katab before or Asma because there's not really much to talk about apart from the fact that he does seem very normal, genuine person. He seems like he's grounded. He has his shit together. Then, you never know. Sometimes the guys who are presented as the nicest suddenly have 3 kids outside that they never mention, but...
شوفي أنا بدور على ست
أيوة.
ترهم ويا شخصيتي.
إيه؟
ترهم يعني fits with my personality.
Okay.
I don't know. I like him. I don't feel like he has any particular things that I would be like, hold on, let's look a little bit. No. Now here's the thing. When it comes to appreciation for fitness, let's say, it does not seem that Katab is really into it. Asma shares with him that for her it's very important that her partner is active and goes to fitness and takes care of himself.
Athletic, doing activities.
And Katab is also very honest with Asma. He tells her that he was very into fitness, but the last 2 years, he kind of I don't know if it's the right expression, but basically he let himself go because he was dealing with a lot of things, a lot of stress in his life, a lot of things happening. But it is something that he wants to work on. He wants to get back to how he was apparently before these 2 years. The more Asma got connected to him, it feels like she wasn't so bothered by the fact that he is not really fitness junkie as she is right now, but he wants to work on it until she sees him. People, this was this was so bad. Kada proposes to her. The proposal is very nice. He asks her if she wants to complete his puzzle.
I want to spend the rest of my life getting to know you better. Promise you a future filled with love, laughter, adventure, and success.
For them to be a power couple together. Like a very nice proposal. Like I said, he feels like a very nice, grounded type of guy. So the reveal happens and you can see that Asma is, she's a little bit too shocked. The way they interact, it almost feels like Katab in some way is recognizing she's shocked just a little bit too much.
Stress, huh? I will get you alone.
It feels like almost like he's understanding in some way. It's a very weird vibe. They separate their ways.
Thank you.
Asma decided not to continue with this experiment. And voila, love is not blind. Or is it? Oh, this story is not over yet. But we'll get to that. Right now, it's time to see what is happening with the rest of bachelors and bachelorettes. Are they pairing? Are there any new proposals? Will Simo finally be satisfied and find his match? Will the Tunisian lady be worthy of his proposal? Yasmin and Simo have another date. And honestly, Yasmin looks like a sweetheart. When I first saw her, I was like, oh my God, she is so cute. She has this pixie hair. She has this, smile. Just cute. All over, she's so cute. And Simo is very into her. Yasmin, though, has a little bit of worry. You see, she loves how confident Simo is, but sometimes his honesty is a little much, okay? He says hurtful things.
عندك ديك الصراحة اللي تخوف.
لا.
But they focus on the positive things because it's actually her birthday. And Simo prepared for her a bouquet of flowers.
دخول بقوة.
Thanks to the universe to have a soul like you. Oh Allah.
But Simo doesn't know. Simo doesn't know that those flowers are gonna come back to him. Well, at least a part of it. Right now, despite seeing Yasmin as the number one, he's not so ready to let go Hajar, right? He does wishes that Hajar would open a little bit more to him. But Hajar is sharing with the ladies. She is not the type of woman who will try to get a guy by proving to him that she is better than other ladies. And she's not about that. She does make a move on Simo. It's apparently the only move she makes. She gives a flower to Simo. And he looks a bit surprised, a bit curious.
From where did you get this flower?
Hajar on the other side is explaining how actually she got this flower from another girl, or to be precise, from a mysterious guy Jasmine is dating.
That guy is me.
Hajar is shook it. Say what now? Simo is thinking, is this a sign? Is Hajar shady? Is Hajar okay with just stealing from other people when she needs it? Or is Jasmine not the right person for him? You see, Simo is looking at this flower and he's like, well, bis, if I got this flower back, does it mean that Jasmine is not really the right type for me? Not really the perfect match I thought she was?
If this flower is back, it have a meaning.
It's kind of interesting how he doesn't connect that there's something wrong with Hajar in some way. What, she just stole a flower from another girl? And he looks at it and he's like, oh, is this a sign Jasmine is not for me? Well, when you are self-centered, you are self-centered, right? Right. Like, I can understand where is his mind going, but instead of looking at maybe Hajar is not the right person, he's like, oh, Jasmine is probably not the right person. It is marvelous. It is brilliant. And this brings them closer together. They have a wonderful date and they kind of leave it smitten, happy for one another. Or is Simo's heart, despite the signs, still longing for Jasmine? Is it Jasmine or Yasmin? I think it's Yasmin. But there is another man who got himself in a little bit of a pickle. Shafiq, the 27-year-old businessman who had his first connection with Dunya, the 24-year-old content creator. He enters the pod and Dunya is entering on the other side and she is laughing. And he's like, I love that laugh. And he thinks it's Noor.
No.
What?
This man, at least from the editing, seems to take several minutes before he connects that the person on the other side is apparently his best connection, Dunya. It's an awkward situation, but as the date progresses, so does their connection. By the end, Shafiq is hooked. He is hooked. He almost wishes Dunya wouldn't interact much with other guys.
I'm not joking.
بدأت الغيرة تبان.
I guess he got inspired by Amar, right? I guess this is a thing now. You know what? If I like you, you should stop talking with other people. Deal. It's always good to hear a man likes you so much, he doesn't want you to talk with other men. It's so affirming. I mean, controlling. No, wait, which one is it? Dunya is into him also, but she is not 100% convinced yet. And she tells him that. When she is alone, she reflects that, she kind of feels blocked. She knows she needs to open more, but right now she's struggling to actually trust him. Shafiq, on the other side, he is hooked on Dunya. He is smitten by her. He is, from my personal view, he is a little bit too much excited. You know those people who get so excited about a person, but it almost feels like they're not grounded in reality? Yes, I get it. She's so amazing, but it's almost like, sit down, chill. It's not like you're tasting Nutella for the first time, okay? Give it some time. It just becomes no, who am I kidding? Nutella is always special. But you know what I mean. That initial like, oh my God, I'm so into someone, where you're like, okay, calm down. Maybe get to know them a little bit more. Don't just get swept away by love. Because here's the thing, Shafiq is actually connecting with two other people. Hajar loves his vibe. They share their love for family, how they want to raise their kids, and overall, she just likes him.
The woman also, she's looking for a security financially. It's normal.
Thank you. Can I kiss you through the wall?
On the other side, Noor is also very much into Shafiq. And she even gives him a gift, a book with her perfume on it. He actually takes the book back to the quarters where the men are. And people.
That's not a nice perfume, by the way.
So it's
That's a stupid perfume.
Yeah,
People, every time Simo did I was peeing my pants. I was like, what? Now Shafiq is very, very impressed by this. He likes it. He likes the small details that Noor does. And he's kind of like, maybe Noor is even challenging his number one Dunya. Now, in general, Shafiq is the type of man who does believe that a man should be a provider. But if a woman decides to work, then, she can work. It's not like he's going to prevent her or not prevent her, whatever she wants. He is also the type of man who would never put himself above a woman. Like, even if, this is what he is actually saying, even if they are with other people, right? He will make sure that everyone knows that he is with his woman. Not only that, if people talk about something that he knows his wife is insecure about, he's going to change the subject. Okay? He's going to make sure people don't talk about it. That's why Noor and Hajar are so impressed by him.
لحظة are you real? Are you real؟
أكيد.
إذا في حدا هيك بالحياة.
But the real question is, who will Shafiq choose? Will it be the young, bubbly content creator? Or would it be one of the two women who are looking for a provider? The soft model or the power couple seeking business owner? Well, Shafiq makes his decision in a very interesting way. One might say a very impulsive way. One morning, he wakes up and he is sitting with the guys in their common spaces and he is gushing about how he cannot stop thinking about Dunya. And he screams, "I love you, Dunya!" Now, the walls are thin. This is a set. Everyone heard it. Also, Noor and Hajar. Now, the whole thing they show as this, oh my God, such a romantic thing. Like he yells it and Dunya hears it and she's like, what? And they kind of, have this moment between the two of them. But this, if you think about it, this man has no respect for anyone that he is also dating. Like he is still dating Hajar and Noor and he just screams one day that he loves Dunya. As much as it is romantic, it also shows how self-centered he actually is. But let's see how he basically gets out of this pickle with Hajar and Noor. So after this confession, he actually has a date with Hajar and she is pissed. She is like, this man is such a player. He kept on making me feel like we have this connection and we are vibing. And then he does a shit like that. And she actually calls him out. But Shafiq, wait a second. It does not mean that I'm a player. Matter of fact, it means that I have nothing to hide. That I am the only person who is so genuine and has the courage to do something like that. No one else does it.
I'm a player, no. It shows that I have nothing to hide. I was the only one who take the risk to scream something like that.
Yes, Mary. Shafiq thinks that he should be praised for his action and his honesty and not judged for the execution of it. I guess Shafiq is the type of guy who believes that as long as you're honest, no one should judge you. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Shafiq, I have to say. But Hajar does not agree.
Okay.
If he feels that way, why is he still dating her? Why is he still dating other girls? Now, here's the thing. I don't know how the setup is, like what is the structure, how they get to dates and so on. Do the producers set it up or we don't know that. But it does look like both Hajar and Noor feel played by Shafiq's action. They both claim that he kept on dating them even though he already reached his decision.
اللي ما حبيته إنه كان still مصر إنه to meet me and to meet other girls, which is waste of time.
But we don't really know how it actually went all down. Here's the thing. From my personal perspective, from where I'm looking at, I see Shafiq as the type of person who presents himself as a very stand-up guy type of thing. But in reality, he is very insensitive to other people. He completely ditches someone when they don't serve him anymore, right? So when it comes to Hajar and Noor, he was still very flirtatious with them. He was still vibing with them. But then when he didn't need them anymore, technically, he didn't even have the decency to actually talk with them in some way. It was just like, what? That's it.
Ça y est, c'est fini. Hey, je te jure, elle, c'est mon bébé.
He's giving the type of person who lives in their own romantic world and justifies his very self-centered behavior with love, right? Like even us watching might not see it as problematic because they do show us this other side when he's so smitten and in love with Dunya and they are just like giggleish and perfect for each other. And, so you're kind of like, who is this? Is it okay how he did it because apparently he's really into Dunya? Or does it show that this person is very, depends on how he's feeling? But luckily, Noor kept her options open. And there is still someone who might be just the husband material. It is no other than Middo, the guy that, in my personal opinion, has some kind of hatred towards women. And he most definitely is not into model type of women. But Noor is, sweeping him away, especially when he lost Asma. Okay? Now he's like, okay, let me see if Noor can be the one. Honestly, this whole the two of them coming together kind of felt a little bit like Is this again just another push to get more screen time? Apparently, it's only 3 days left before the experiment ends. And Noor and Mido kind of focus on each other, right? They kind of try to understand if they could deepen their connection and bring it to the altar. So they have another date. And Noor wants to be honest with him. You see, her problem is that Mido is 39 years old and he was never married.
I was.
What now? I got married when I was 21 years old. It lasted about a year. It was a Belgian woman, but I'm not even counting that as an experience. Noor is a little bit, she's like, wait. Why haven't you told me this before? Like, it's quite important, no? According to me, though, it's not that serious because he doesn't even count it as a real marriage experience.
ليه حسيتك ان انت خدتي موضوع ان انا كنت متجوز وحاجه very serious?
Honestly, it's a little bit weird because she is challenging him being 39 and never married. To her, that means something, but then she doesn't really get an answer because the answer is, I was married. I just don't count that as a marriage. So I'm not really sure how does that make her feel more comfortable? They continue their date, and overall, Mido reflects that he likes how Noor brings a softer side out of him, or a more mature side, because he's always a jokester. He's always, trying to laugh it off and humor and all of this. We talked about that. I personally think he's hiding his insecurities or compensating for his insecurities. And he likes that Noor brings that side of him where he is actually having deep conversations, where he is actually having conversations and not just being fun about things. Noor also seems to be liking Mido more and more. They're both kind of surprised that they even managed to develop this deep connection right now, but voila, it's happening. Mido is also happy that he kept her in this options list, I guess, because he learned that she's actually a decent person and not just as a flaky person, flighty, basically unreliable, which he expected. Now, the editing here is so interesting because the conversation that they have is kind of like, I didn't think you have any depth to you. I didn't think you are actually a decent person. But they put like a romantic song in behind it, right? So it looks like, wow, they are connecting on a deeper level. But when you're actually hearing what they're saying, you're like, are they just agreeing to get more screen time? What is this shit? But they both seem to be happy and they continue their connection. It's another date and Noor prepared a surprise for Mido. There is a cupcake and there is a platter of fruit on the table and he is excited about the cupcake. Like he thanks her. And Noor is like, did they give you what I cooked for you?
على فكرة أنا طبخت لك شيء عطوك إياها؟
لا.
طبخت صحن فواكه.
صحن فواكه.
أنا عملت الطبخة.
Mido is confused and so are we. So what do you mean cooked a fruit platter? He proceeds to eat the cupcake. But there is someone who is not happy with how this experience is going. Yes, Biz, it is Simo. Simo is on a date with Yasmin. They start off good, It feels like this is something real. They have a good connection. But then, Simo has a problem. You see, Simo doesn't get enough attention from Yasmin. She's dating other men, which, aren't you supposed to do that? He doesn't really feel special. Men are receiving gifts from other women. He also gave her a gift when, it was her birthday. So he's like, what about me? Why aren't you doing anything for me?
ما بحس إني أنا special.
I didn't make you feel special.
Yasmin is confused. She doesn't know where is this attitude change coming from. But Simo asks her, have I not made you feel special? And Yasmin says, no, on the contrary, you made me feel special.
Okay, thank you.
People, he is making a case. He's like, did I do it or did I not do it? If she likes to feel special, why can't he feel special also? This is not an understanding, let's get to know each other better type of conversation where he would kind of share with her, what is he missing. No, Biz, Simo be mad. Now, they cut the edit very strangely because Yasmin is reaching her boiling point. The only thing they show us is how she says to him, if you want to be special, be special. Mic drop. Oh my God. This is people's real life. Look, Yasmin is destroyed visibly. Like she is crying. She doesn't understand how did Simo just flip like that. And she actually saw a side of Simo that is very toxic.
لازم ناخد حذري لأنه الجانب اللي يطلع جانب toxic.
It's clear to say that they don't continue. And Yasmin also basically acknowledges that she's lucky that she got to see that side. And she also kind of got reminded that she needs to be careful because sometimes when people present themselves as something, maybe don't get swept away by that, but actually try to understand more about them. Simo, on the other hand, doesn't feel like he lost anything.
I'm not losing nothing today. Just experience.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is an experience. He just lost another experience, especially when he has another person waiting for him. Hajar. Now, in the date between Hajar and Simo, after Yasmin is out, we get to know a little bit better about their dynamic, or a little bit better about Hajar. You see, she expresses that she doesn't feel like she has a backbone. So she needs someone to be that backbone for her.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel that I have a backbone.
She can easily crumble and she needs someone to be there for her. She also shares that the worst thing a person could do to her is to leave her without a reason. We'll get to that, bitches. After getting to know each other a little bit better, they start talking about bachelorette party and bachelor's party. What would they want? Simo expresses that he would want to go to Miami. And Hajar expresses, she gets a little bit shy, and she's like, I actually want to do something crazy. I want to do a type of, get a little cake before you commit to the diet. Oh, Hajar just messed it up. Simo does not like that. Now, let's get one thing clear. I also don't really believe, that bullshit of, the last thing before I get married and so on, because it's like, what do you even mean? Like, why would I need to spend a night with someone else before I commit to, I'm committing because I want to be with that person. But that's my opinion. And I do also wonder if it has anything to do with the culture, or not so much culture, but Hajar's expectations and also Simo's expectations, if I remember correctly, that the divorce is not an option, right? So once you get married, that's it. So I wonder if her need to have something different before they get into the relationship. First of all, is it even about being intimate with someone, or is it just doing something out of the ordinary? I wonder if that's kind of the reason behind. Simo tells her that those are not his principles and his values. So she asks him, what would you do?
What's sure that it's not going to be that low level.
Simo just roasted Hajar. And that's what she actually says. She is flabbergasted, and she's like, you just roasted me.
You never did something that I didn't like till now. It was disrespectful for yourself, and it was disrespectful for me too.
Let's be honest, the man is literally insulting her. He's not stopping at, that's not something I'm comfortable with. Why would you need to do that? What is your reasoning? Trying to understand. No. He's just like, you just crossed the line. People, he is giving chills. Hajar feels bad and she is sorry. She apologizes to him. But Simo tells her that you should be more sorry for yourself.
But me, I'm okay.
Biz. She continues to apologize and he is stone cold. Now, this is where I personally see, and this is just, from the show, come on, the edit, we know that there are probably so many things behind. I actually feel very, very sorry for Hajar, despite me personally also not agreeing. I wouldn't do something like that, and I wouldn't want my partner to do something like that. The way she feels bad about it, and the way she feels judged, the way she is judged, everything feels just very sad, and I would wish that she would have a bit more confidence in wanting what she wants, in believing what she believes. It really is a moment where I see her being totally destroyed by literally a stranger on the other side, right? And just because he's a man and he's in this, you should respect herself and blah, 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 making her feel guilty about her own wishes and needs and beliefs. And I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's right. And I genuinely kind of sympathized with her.
I really want you to go with good mood. Sorry. It's not gonna happen again.
I would actually say that she, like Yasmin, should recognize in this moment that Simo is showing a side that it's not the best, rather than trying to please him and make him forgive her for what she said. She's risking creating a power dynamic where he's always kind of critiquing her and judging her and knowing what's the best for her, while she just needs to please him all the time. It's this parent-child dynamic that can happen. As much as you love your family, that's not the dynamic you want to have with your partner. But will Simo forgive Hajar? Or did she just cross a line that cannot be uncrossed? It is time to get to the proposals. And first couple is Shafiq and Dunya. Now, they are excited. Shafiq is literally grasping for breath. He cannot believe what's happening. He is full of emotions. He prepares a letter to read to Dunya, and it feels very genuine, very coming from the heart. He loves her. But a part of me still feels like he is just a tiny bit too much, okay? He is literally grasping for breath as though he's about to do bungee jumping and it wasn't his decision, okay? Or he's about to jump with the bike over a mountain and it wasn't his decision. Or he's about to go in the air with the thingy that throws you up and it was not his decision. It all feels very anxious, very stressful, to be honest, despite being love and romantic and so on.
بس ما بقدر نفس منيح. It means like I'm شي جديد صار معي أو too much emotion.
So I genuinely hope this is not just the initial love bombing and being very excited, the type that fades also away very quickly. But we will see that, won't we? How does this, let's say, inability to control emotions translate into when things are a little bit more tough, when he is angry rather than excited? Dunya sees in Shafiq a male version of herself. She appreciates the child in him, and she's saying that his inner child is a match for her inner child, her childish side. That's what makes her connect with him so much. The reveal happens, they see each other and they are both excited. And voila, they will embark on this journey of potentially getting married together. Now there is another couple. Simo and Hajar. You see, Simo kind of figured out that the day before, there was a little bit of misunderstanding between him and Hajar, Yes, she said what she said, but let's try to figure out if we can still pass this, okay? I'm gonna give Hajar another chance. Hajar is hoping that what's in the past is left in the past. Right, Simo? Right? We don't need to rehash this all over again, right? I apologized enough.
It was a bad joke.
That wasn't a joke.
Yes, Simo is standing his ground. You think you're gonna get by this so easily? No, Missy. You need to prove yourself to me. But Hajar continues. At the end of the day, she liked how Simo reacted, okay? He showed that he really cares about her, and he also kind of marked his territory, and she likes that. Yeah, she's desperate, but Simo still, he doesn't like the way she disrespected herself, the way she disrespected him, the way she disrespected their roots and their traditions. Hajar is asking him again if they can stop, that she apologized, and can they move on? She even reminds him that this is supposed to be a special day, every day is special day. Simo did forgive her, because if he wouldn't even be sitting here talking to her. And here's the thing, Simo knows what women want. They want a protector. They want someone who provides for the family, who is the head of the family. That's how the future is going to be good. He gets that. And all he wants in return is respect. He does not ask for much. First of all, Simo, darling, not all women? Some women expect that. And second of all, what do you mean that's what makes the future good? What, if a man doesn't take control, then the future no good? Okay. Interesting. We can agree that he doesn't ask for much, right? All he wants is respect. There is a little tiny problem from my point of view, from my perspective. This respect he is seeing is not so much about we respect each other as individual. It's more like you respect what I want, okay? This is what I expect, and you respect. But maybe that's just me. The date ends positively, and in general, Simo is excited about her. He's excited because she has a strong personality, but
I know deep inside she's a baby. That's the mysterious thing. That's what I like.
What now? Is it just me, or is this sounding a bit disturbing? It's giving, I will gouge you. It is time to propose. And unlike all these other mother effers that had to read a letter, Simo doesn't need one. He speaks from the heart. He was not expecting to meet a crazy, foolish, clumsy Moroccan girl with who he will develop such a connection. There's nothing like a couple of insults to spice it up, I guess. He promises he'll be here for her. He will be her support.
I will show you the light when you see the dark, but I just need respect, love, and attention.
He continues. He really wants her because she doesn't think twice. I'm not making this shit up, people. Seriously, watch the show. He also wants her because she is a Moroccan. She's his countrywoman. She is touched and she's crying because no one ever described her in such a beautiful way. I don't know if she didn't really hear it. Like, is there something going on with maybe there's a filter and she's not really hearing what he said? What do you mean, the most beautiful way? He called you clumsy, crazy, don't think twice. Like, but I know he didn't mean it like that. He meant like she's cute like that. And he meant like how determined she is by not thinking twice. Did he though? Did he?
You really made me cry because you described me in such a beautiful way. Proudly, yes.
Honestly, I keep on feeling bad for her. It is time for the reveal. And they are happy with their looks. He loves his Moroccan beauty. She thinks he looks arrogant, but she's looking mind-blowing. And the combination, the right power couple. But what about our last pairing? Mido and Noor. The guy who is very insecure and tries to hide it under his humor, and the beautiful model who wants to be taken care of by a man. Will they matchy-match? For the proposal, Mido writes a letter to Noor. And he is expressing how these past 3 days were a roller coaster. And that is what probably brought them together. But at the same time, it's a proof how love is magic.
You own my soul and heart, and you've been always in my mind.
And he cannot wait to start this new future together with her. He gets up, he kind of does like joking, feeling awkward with the proposal, and he says, Noor, will you marry me? And then he quickly sits back on the couch. My man is not confident at all. Noor is on the other side, and she's like, are you on your knees?
ثانية واحدة بس عشان أنا طلعت فوق. Yeah, I'm on my knees.
Like, he's so awkward because it's clear that he thinks that this is foolish. What if she says no, then he's gonna look like a baboon. Like, that's what is going through his mind. That's what his actions are speaking loudly. But Noor says yes, and they are both so ecstatic to see each other the next day. And they see each other the next day. The doors open, and it is clear. Both of them are wondering, are you freaking kidding me? Now, the tone is a little bit different. You see, Noor is like, are you freaking kidding me? Great. This is what I get, huh? While Mido is more like, are you freaking kidding me? Look at her. Do you see her? Yet the vibes are not vibing. He is flustered and he just doesn't know what to do.
I'm like, ah. No, I'm fine.
Noor is a little bit more like, I understand why you feel this way. You're handsome also. He proposes, and Noor says yes. I guess I was just reading into it a little bit too much. Sometimes I can be wrong. Alrighty then, let's talk about this next time. Let me know in the comments below if you watched the show. If you haven't watched the show, who are you cheering for? And as always, trust your individuality. This was so fun to make. Magnifique.